What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with some hot topics, you guys. So this is Let's Get Into the Blogs. I have to remember what I named this thing. Let's get into the blogs, you guys. This is number 103 or 104. You got to be correct on the screen, but I think it's 104. I don't know. What number are we on? Yeah, we're on 104, you guys. So this is going to be the hot topics for the week of August the 12th through the 18th. Oh God, my credit card bill is due on Sunday. And then my best friend's birthday is next Friday, the 25th. So, yay. But yeah, you guys, before we go ahead and jump into these hot topics, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a huge solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the favor. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications. And with that out of the way, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into what is hot and what is trending this week, shall we? All right, you guys. So, before we even just start talking about the topics, I want to know how's y'all's week been? Have y'all been having a good week so far? My week, I've had a good and bad week, right? Because my week with work, it's just been chaotic as fuck. But, you know, personally, it's been good, right? My best friend and I, we talked last night, we talked the night before, and we talked over on Sunday, right? So we've been planning to go see Beyonce. You guys know Beyonce will be here in Dallas on September the 21st. I believe it's the 21st. I have a ticket for it. Somebody got it for me. But yeah, I have a ticket for the 21st, and then we're gonna go to Houston on the 23rd to see her live in Houston. Me, her, and one of our other good friends. Another one of our friends is supposed to come with us, but not coming as of yet. That we know he's not coming, right? But yeah, had a pretty good week, you guys. But yeah, I want you guys, other than work, had a good week. So yeah, let's just let me know how your week has been. I hope you guys have been thriving and flourishing in your week and going into your weekend. I plan to have a great weekend. I don't even know what I got planned, but it's gonna be something fun. So, the first story up, you guys, that we're going to talk about is we're going to actually have to start with a rest in peace, you guys. So, Virginia rapper Magoo, he died this week at the age of 50. So, you guys know Magoo from Timbaland and Magoo. So, it says here the rapper, an early collaborator with the producer Timbaland, emerged from Virginia Beach rap crew that produced several future superstars like hip hop itself. He was 50 years old. It doesn't say here, you know, it doesn't have anything about the cause of death, you know, or anything like that. But yeah, that was when I saw that I think it was Sunday that I saw that. I believe it was Sunday that I saw that Magoo had passed away. And I was like, oh, I think it was just before Real Housewives of Atlanta came on Sunday that I saw the news that he had passed away. And I was like, that is really sad. So yeah. It says the office for the chief medical examiner for Virginia's Tidewater District confirmed his death to Rolling Stone, though noted a cause of death was still pending. His wife, Miko, I think that's how you pronounce her name, told the New York Times that the rapper had not been feeling well for the past week, but she added he had no known health problems besides asthma. So, oh wow. That's really sad, but rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to Magoo. So terrible. So yeah, you guys, that's it for the rest in peace. Once again, rest in peace to Magoo. So you guys, let's go ahead and just delve into the BS from this week, you guys, because it ain't really a whole lot of stuff that I want to talk about, but we're going to talk about it nonetheless. So the first thing that I want to talk about in the whole mess situation is Britney Spears, you guys. You guys, let's just talk about Britney Spears real quick, right? So when it comes to Britney Spears, I just don't necessarily know if her coming off of that conservatorship was the necessarily the best thing in the world to do, because I feel like maybe with the conservatorship, I feel like maybe it would have been beneficial if, there were some tweaks and some modifications to it, but just flat out do away with the conservatorship. Yeah, I don't know if that was the best thing to do. I mean, her social media, when she be on social media on her Instagram dancing in that bikini, is it a bikini? I mean, what is it? Is it a? I feel like it is a bikini thong and a bikini top, but I'm not gonna say what I'll be thinking, but I'd be like, wow, Britney. So this week, her husband Sam Asghari, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, he filed for divorce citing irreconcilable differences after a year of marriage. A year. You guys haven't even been married 2 years, 3 years, nothing like that. After 1 year of marriage, you're already citing irreconcilable differences. But one of the reasons why she wanted to get off of that conservatorship, and now he's been her long-term boy. He was her long-term boyfriend. But then, as soon as she got off the conservatorship, they got married. Remember, they got pregnant. She had the miscarriage. Oh, how long have they? I want to know how long they've been together. So give me just a second, you guys, because I'm very curious. How long has Britney Spears been with this man? Because after a year of marriage, you're now ready to throw in the towel, but you've been with that man. You've been with that man for some. You were with him, I know, during the pandemic. I know they were together during the pandemic. So yeah, they were together 7. So it says here, Britney Spears and Sam Asghari have split after nearly 7 years together and 1 year of marriage. So y'all were together for 8 years, but only been married 1 year to this point, and you're now citing irreconcilable differences. So where did the irreconcilable differences come from, right? Now I know people will make them. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Talking about her social media, right, and other men. So it says after a year-long marriage that many of her fans saw as a symbol of the pop star's legal fight to control her own life. The couple has been separated since July 28th, according to a petition Asghari filed Wednesday in the Superior Court of Los Angeles. He requested that Spears pay for spousal support, of course, and attorney costs, but stated that he has yet to determine the full nature and extent of the separate property, assets, and obligations of each party. Spears, who became instantly famous with her debut album "Baby One More Time" in the late 90s, is estimated to be worth roughly $60 million. Oh, the more I look at this, I'm starting to see a little. It looks like I'm starting to see a pattern, because Britney Spears has had the worst track record when it comes to men. Look at Kevin Federline. Kevin Federline. I mean, people tried to warn her about Kevin, but she still went on ahead and married Kevin Federline, and she had children with Kevin Federline. And we see how that happened, right? She lost custody of her sons. She had to pay Kevin Federline, child support for the kids, right? And what I will say is, I'm not saying I'm happy that she lost her child, but I'm happy that she doesn't have any kids with Sam Asghari currently, because I felt like this would be the same situation, right? So Asghari, a model and actor, met Spears while playing her love interest in a music video for Slumber Party in 2016. The couple delighted fans with social media selfies and got engaged in September of 21, weeks before Spears succeeded in dissolving her 13-year conservatorship that had granted her father extensive control over her finances and personal life. Fans who helped fuel the Free Britney movement were outraged over the conservatorship, which Spears said prevented her from getting married or having children without her father's consent. Now, that part, I've always found it disgusting that her father could control her getting married and having children, right? But like I said, Britney, unfortunately, she does not have a great track record when it comes to choosing men. Again, Kevin Federline. Is he even a part of, was he ever a part of his kids' lives that he got with Shar Jackson? Because I remember he was with Shar Jackson before he got with Britney Spears. And I remember Shar Jackson was saying he won shit then, and I was inclined to believe her then, and I still am inclined to believe that he still ain't shit today. So it says Spears and Asghari announced in May last year that they had lost a child early in her pregnancy. They held a storybook-style wedding at their home outside of Los Angeles the next month with a horse-drawn carriage and a star-studded guest list including Madonna, Donatella Versace, according to Harper's Bazaar. But the honeymoon period didn't last long. A TMZ documentary this year suggested their marriage was in trouble and alleged that Spears got physical with her new husband in an Instagram video he later deleted. Asghari lashed out at media outlets for obsessing over Spears' personal life, which included a mental breakdown and hospital stays in the 2000s that prompted the conservatorship. I want to pause here real quick because if this is alleged that she was physical in a relationship, if she was physical in a relationship, he's been with her for 8 years and married her for just a year. Why did he stay with her for so long? Like, inquiring, like, I have more questions than I do answers. So it says here also, now all of a sudden, after 15 years, she's free after all those gaslighting and all those things that went down. Now you're going to put her under a microscope and tell her story. No, that's also disgusting, as Gary said. I just don't know if I believe this man. Like, I don't know what I believe. I don't know what I believe, you guys. Now, what I will say I found funny this week was the fact that everybody was talking about Plies is the reason that they going to divorce. Oh my God. Y'all are stupid for saying that Plies is the reason and the reason for this divorce. I cracked up laughing because you guys know that Plies. So Plies goes on his Instagram, and I guess he follows Britney Spears, and he be doing that voice when she be dancing on that pole, talking about pop that little Britney. I'm like, oh my God. So it says yesterday, news. This is after the news hit that Sam was filing for divorce, right? So the news broke just a day after the report initially hit the media, claiming that it was only a matter of time before the couple divorced. Rumors have also swirled about Asghari threatening to release embarrassing information about Spears if the negotiations for their separation don't go the way he hopes. In the wake of the news breaking, fans had a lot to say. Some in particular honed in on somebody they think could be responsible. Why do y'all think that Plies is responsible? As the Shade Room noted in an Instagram post, fans weren't shy about blaming Britney Spears' divorce on rapper Plies. The two have a recent history of interacting online, and the comments were flooded with users saying the divorce was ultimately Plies' fault. He didn't help the situation when this morning, when he shared a video of himself singing Britney Spears' Hit Me Baby One More Time on Instagram. Fans in the comments responded and unsurprisingly took Plies' side. Plies, that cool uncle at the cookout all the kids love, reads the top comment on the post. Then another one says, this nigga really out here enjoying the shit out of himself. But you guys, the fact that people are really blaming Plies, I cracked up laughing, you guys. It is hilarious to me that it's hilarious. I find it funny. You guys, Plies is not to blame for this woman going through a divorce. It's her husband. Like, oh, I really do feel bad for Britney. But like I said, I don't necessarily know if ending that conservatorship was ultimately the right idea, right? I think that there may have been some modifications that should have been made to to it. What I also will say is I hope that, Britney Spears had a prenup that she made him sign. I don't give a damn if y'all were together for 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, whatever, however many years. You have more to lose in this man. And, oh, God, it just doesn't look good from my personal opinion. I definitely want you guys to tell me what you think down in the comment section below, you guys. And we're going to pause here, you guys, and definitely go ahead and move it on forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So the next story that I have, it's a very interesting story. So you guys remember the movie The Blind Side? I believe The Blind Side came out in like what 2009, 2010, and it starred Sandra Bullock, and it was a story of Michael Orr and the family that I guess he thought adopted him, but turns out they did not adopt him. So this I'm gonna read some of the article. I'm not gonna read the entire article, but I'm gonna read parts of it, right? So we know that Michael Orr was a first-round draft pick in 2009 out of Ole Miss. He went to the Baltimore Ravens. So you guys remember The Blind Side? The movie was about the white savior family that came in and took this young black man, and yeah, they were, again, I saw the movie, and I guess I will say even with the movie, I thought that they adopted him too, but turns out that wasn't the case, right? So it says the existence of the conservatorship, a legal process by which a court appoints another person or persons to handle an incapacitated individual's affairs, meant Orr, now 37, had never been legally adopted, which he claimed he'd been led to believe his whole life. How do you pronounce his family's name? The Tui family, I guess that's how you pronounce the name, they responded to the petition by calling the legal maneuver a shakedown. Ah, son of a bitch. They call it a shakedown by calling the legal maneuver a shakedown, with their attorney saying that Tui's plan on ending the conservatorship. That man don't look like he was... Okay, whatever. So, he's brought forth the claim against the family, right? About this conservatorship. So it says here, highlights of the petition, of the Orr petition. So in the filing, Orr said he discovered the conservatorship in February. Aside from the claim that the Tuies deceived him into the conservatorship and told him that he had been legally adopted, Orr laid out a litany of other allegations, right? So we're trying to keep reading. So he says here, the Tuies and their two biological children secured a deal with 20th Century Fox for $225,000 and 2.5% of all defined net proceeds that he has not received any money from. In the contract between 20th Century Fox and the Tuies and Orr, the attorney listed to receive contract and payment notices for Orr was Debbie Brannon, a close friend of the family who is also the attorney of record in the conservatorship of Orr. In 19 years of the conservatorship, Orr alleged there has been no accounting of any money the Tuies could have made. Orr requested an injunction on the family's use of his name and likeness in their business and foundation work, in addition to back pay for any money he may be owed. Wow. So it says here, why did Michael Orr have a conservatorship? Which that's actually a really great question. So Orr was 18 when he signed the conservatorship. Now, sir, I got something to say, because the depiction of, now I will say, because remember, The Blind Side, the depiction of Michael Orr was that he was the quote unquote dumb jock. Literally, that boy that played him like he was a moron. But I don't think this man is a moron, because my friend that I work with, she said that one of her friends that she went to school with Michael, and he graduated. So never mind. Because, I mean, even in college, they'll still do what they do in high school, try to push these boys through to play these sports, right? But it says Orr was 18 when he signed the conservatorship in August of 2004, and the document was finalized in court in December of that year. Court records show Orr and his mother as present at the hearing to approve the conservatorship. So, again, the question that I'm asking is, why did y'all think it was anything other than a conservatorship? Why did y'all, at 18, you cannot adopt someone who's 18. That's an adult. That isn't someone, at 18, you cannot be adopted. You're a grown-ass adult at that point. So other than Orr's consent, however, there was no bias for the conservatorship. No basis for the conservatorship. Sorry, guys. No basis for the conservatorship. Legal experts told USA Today Sports the original petition states that Orr suffered no mental illnesses or intellectual disability, and he was legally an adult. Exactly. So I don't know how this boy thought that he was adopted at 18. So Sean Tui and his family's legal team said that in order for Orr to attend Ole Miss, the couple's alma mater, and avoid a potential NCAA investigation, Orr had to become a part of the family via the conservatorship. Now, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but okay. It says here, Mike didn't grow up with a stable family life. When the Tui family told Mike they loved him and wanted to adopt him, it filled a void that had been with him his entire life, his lawyer, J. Gerard Starch, told ESPN. Discovering that he wasn't actually adopted devastated Mike and wounded him deeply. I'm gonna go back to the question that I just keep continuously asking. At 18 years old, I get that he wanted to have a family. I get he wanted to feel, a part of something, right? But once again, at 18 years old, you're no longer considered a child. You're an adult at that point. So I don't necessarily know how he felt that they adopted him. I don't know if I don't know if he has any merit with this. So it says the Tuohys also said the conservatorship was established to assist Orr as he transitioned to college in matters such as obtaining health insurance and a driver's license. The health insurance part I get. The driver's license part I don't get. Any regular average Joe, anybody can just go and unless you have something on your record, you can go get a driver's license right now, right? Like, even if you don't have a car, even if you don't know how to drive, especially at 18. Because, let me say, Mississippi's laws may be different from Texas, right? Because I know when I got my driver's license at 16 years old, 15, I got my permit. 16, I got my driver's license, and my mom was right there with me, right? My mom with me, and I got my license. And my mom was able to waive me taking the driving portion of the test and the written portion. I just took the written portion. So yeah, with me, I just took the written portion of the test, and I did not do the driving portion. My mom waived that because I asked her to, because I didn't want to do it. So I'm just kind of confused. It's really very interesting to me when I keep reading into this. So it says, will the Tuohys end conservatorship? So lawyers for the Tuohys said Wednesday, and I could be pronouncing their last name wrong. I haven't watched the movie in quite some time, so I don't know it. So it says the couple intends to terminate the conservatorship. We're talking about a family trying to help someone in need. So one of the lawyers said, the Tuohys never controlled any of Mr. Orr's contracts. They don't need his money. They have never needed his money. Mr. Tuohy sold his company for $220 million. Okay, I mean, just because he sold a company for $220 million don't mean he you don't see this young black boy who is new green and don't know too much. So what you saying he sold a company for? What that got to do with the price of tea in China? Absolutely nothing. So Sean Tuohy Jr., one of the Tuohy's two biological children, said this week that he made between $60,000 and $70,000 over a 4-year span. The legal team for the family also said every family member, in addition to Orr, made the same amount of money. Checks not accepted by Orr were deposited into a fund. Damn it. Were deposited into a fund set up for his son, the legal team said. Okay, I mean, I guess. So it says here, so I'm reading this whole article, but it says, what is Michael Orr saying? So on Monday, Orr released a statement saying, I am disheartened by the revelations shared in the lawsuit today. This is a difficult situation for my family and me. I want to speak to I want to ask everyone to please respect our privacy at this time. For now, I will let the lawsuit speak for itself and will offer no further comment, right? Okay. Also, you guys, I want to say this real quick too, before I wrap this up. Y'all, Sandra Bullock played a role of the mother. So please leave Sandra Bullock out of this, you guys. People are asking for them to take her Academy Award from her. What the fuck for? Sandra ain't did a goddamn thing but played that woman in a movie. So please leave Sandra Bullock the fuck alone. She ain't done nothing. Not a damn thing. Leave her be. Leave her alone, you guys. But yeah, you guys, that's it. Tell me what you guys thought about that in the comment section below. And let's pause here and move on to the next story, you guys. All right, you guys. So the next story, whoo, Jesus. Jesus be a fence around me. Cause sometimes, I don't know why we get on social media and, spill our entire guts to everyone. But Taryn Manning, ma'am, girl. So Taryn, man, I don't know what social media platform she was on, if it was Instagram or Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. But she got on to one of her social media posts. So come to find out, Taryn, I think it might have been Instagram. So Taryn, I guess she had, a lot of guilt in her heart because she had been messing with this man, and she found out that he was married, right? Well, Taryn Manning went on further to tell us how she used to lick the man's butt because the man liked it. I was like, what, ma'am? We didn't need to know this. Like, that was just way too much information for me. Let me see if I can find that video because I really want to play that video of her. First of all, I was wondering if, she was on somebody's, drugs, because it was really, oh, she was on TikTok. She was on TikTok. Girl.
So rooted right now.
She was on TikTok. Or maybe it's just video just on TikTok. But baby, why were we in the group chat Taryn, girl, you really was giving Pennsatucky in this I was about to say episode. In that video, you was really giving Pennsatucky, because I was just like, who the fuck asked for this, and who the hell wanted to know this information that you were licking a married man's butt? But then she came back out and apologized for putting it out there. Man, it's already out there. We can't unsee that. I can't unsee it. I can't unhear it. I was just like, oh my God, girl. TMI. Way too much information. Like, a little bit too much information. And I was kind of confused. Like, did she continue? Like, did she find out that the man was married and then she, continued to have an affair with him? I ain't judging by no means. I ain't judging by no means, but yeah. Next time, don't reply all, Taryn. Just reply to him and his wife. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do is reply to those two, not put us all in it. So, this video, she do look a little, little off, so to speak, right? Taryn is 44 years old, okay. But yeah, Taryn, girl, next time you feel the need to, talk about the affair that you having with another woman's husband, have that conversation with the woman. Tell her, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that your husband didn't tell me he was married when I first met him. But your husband had me looking at his butthole. That's all you got to say to her. To that woman. That woman. You tell that woman. Please don't tell the whole world. I know she probably felt embarrassed after, she posted the video and after all the backlash that she got from it. I know she probably felt a little way about, and I'm pretty sure that's why she came back with the apology. But once again, Taryn, sweetie pie, I want you to never do that again. And that goes for anybody. Like, y'all, social media. This is just a conversation, just to have a conversation. Because I have family members who do this on Facebook, and that's particularly why I don't get on Facebook. Baby, some of my family members get on Facebook and get the blast in everybody's business, and even their business, and they be like, well, why is everybody talking shit about me? Well, bitch, people wouldn't know you. People couldn't talk about you if it didn't post your motherfucking business on the wide world of Facebook. the world wide web of Facebook. If you didn't post your fucking business there, motherfuckers wouldn't have shit to say. But yeah, back to Taryn. Don't do it again. It was funny, but I don't want to see it again. Thank you, ma'am. Please take us out of the group chat. We appreciate you. Let's pause here and move on to the next story, you guys. All right, you guys. So the next story, let's talk about Nene Leakes, you guys. So I saw it recently that Nene is being sued for unpaid rent, right? And you guys remember she had that boutique Swag, right? Is that the name of it? Oh, also, before we get into it, let's go ahead and say happy heavenly birthday to Greg. I believe Greg's birthday was on, what day was Greg's birthday? I think Greg's birthday was Wednesday the 16th. Oh, so Greg was literally, his birthday is literally a month after mine. So Greg would have been 68. So yeah, let's honk the horn on him, Greg. We definitely miss you, Greg, down here. We definitely do miss you. So yeah, happy belated belated heavenly birthday to Greg Leakes. So Nene, you guys, so Nene is being sued by she's been sued over Swag Boutique. So this is coming to us from TMZ. So it looks like Nene Leakes is being taken to court over her shop Swag Boutique. Her former landlord says she owes a bunch of dough in unpaid rent. According to the docs obtained by TMZ, Nene is being sued by her landlord at Sugarloaf Mills, the shopping center where her women's clothing store once stood. The landlord said Leakes signed a lease agreement back in 2017 and extended it for another year in 2021. However, the landlord claimed that she vacated in January of 22 when the term ended, but never paid off the balance of $22,900 owed under the lease. The landlord allegedly sent Nene a letter last month telling her to pay up to avoid legal woes, but she has never ponied up the money. So now Nene is being dragged to court, and the landlord wants damages to cover the back rent plus its attorney's fees. That's very interesting. For those aware, the Real Housewives of Atlanta star's Swag's boutique shut down in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and it reportedly wasn't long after finally reopening that she began holding going out of business sales at multiple locations. Because you guys know she had the one there. I know she had the one in DC. So, yeah, that's interesting. Very interesting that she's been, TMZ reached out to Nene's reps for comment, and so far, no word back, right? Now, I did see a video of Nene where it was a video of her talking about narcissists, and I think she's talking about that guy, Yoni, that she was with. Nene. Y'all know that I do like Nene, but girl, you got some narcissistic traits yourself, ma'am. And everything that you were saying in that video about a narcissist, it can describe you as well. So I want you to hold the mirror up to yourself and look in that bitch, right? Because you can be considered a narcissist yourself. And also, I want to speak real quickly. I'm not going to talk about it because I just don't want to talk about it on my channel. I did watch the interview that Kenya did with Carlos King. Hearing about her mother, I wonder, because the thing that she said her mother has said and done to her, I wonder if her mother has some kind of a mental illness and it's just gone undiagnosed, because it's really what it sounded like, right? Kenya gave Nene her credit. Baby, when she said she built the house but it's been foreclosed on, I cracked up laughing. Then she said that, Nene was one of her biggest adversaries on the show. She gave as good as she can, she gave as good as she got, right? And I agree with that. Nene was good for the time when she was on the show, but in the latter years, even Kenya said, like, Nene would show up to the reunions and she would show up and she wouldn't do anything. And I think that was one of the biggest issues with Nene going into the later seasons. She just wouldn't do anything. She wouldn't give very much, right? So yeah, I did watch the interview, and I watched the Kenya interview with Carlos King, and I watched the Nene interview with Carlos King. Both of them really good. The one thing that I will say about I think I may have said it before, I don't know if I have or haven't, The issue with Nene and Carlos's interview, they just primarily talk so much about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Granted, Real Housewives of Atlanta is not where it once used to be. It's not bad, but it's not great either. And I think there are some things that they can do to make Real Housewives of Atlanta once what it was. Probably do something with production, do something with the ladies as well, right? Because I think the ladies can use some direction, and I think we can I think we can also get rid of some ladies. I ain't gonna say who we can get rid of, but there's some ladies that can go. There are some ladies that can go, right? Also, congratulations are in order. Let's just make this about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Speaking of Real Housewives, Kandi. So Kandi revealed earlier this week, I think it might have been Sunday, when she did Speak on It. You guys know I don't watch Speak on It. It's just not for me. But she did reveal that Kandi and the Gang is coming back for a season 2. Now, she didn't say where it's coming back to. She didn't say that Bravo had picked it up, because you guys know Bravo initially did not renew Kandi and the Gang for a season 2. So I don't necessarily know that it's coming back to Bravo. I don't know if it's going to Bravo, if it's finding a new home, but we'll soon find out, you guys. But that's really all I got for that. Yeah. Let me know what you guys thought about everything. Let me know about that. Let me know what you guys think about Nene being sued for back rent. Let me know in the comment section if you guys watched Kenya's interview with Carlos King. What did you guys think of it? And are you guys excited that Kandi and the Gang is coming back? You know what though? With Kandi and the Gang, I don't even remember anything that happened on Kandi and the Gang season 1. I don't even remember season 1. The only thing I can remember from season 1 was when Candy's cousin got into it with one of the aunts. And I can't remember, was it Aunt Nora that she got into it with? I think it was Aunt Nora that the cousin got into it with. Other than that, I don't remember anything about season 1 of Kandi and the Gang. I don't remember the people. The only person that I remember, but even with this person, Philip, I don't even think Philip still works for Kandi. I think Philip got another job. Because I actually follow Philip on Instagram, and I don't think I ever noticed that Philip is at OLG or even at Blaze. Now, I know earlier in this season he was at Blaze, but I don't know if he still works there or not. And as far as anybody else, I don't remember. I really don't remember that cast. Yeah. I don't remember that cast. Because the kid that they fired on the season finale, I forgot his name. Yeah, I don't remember nobody, you guys. So I'm gonna have to go I'm gonna have to go on Peacock. Actually, let me look and see real quick if they are on Peacock, because I promise you guys, I don't remember jack diddly shit about Kandi and the Gang. So let me go to Peacock and see if it is. We gonna spend this weekend and we gonna try to binge watch that, because I promise you guys, I don't remember. I know one of the girls. I follow a few people, but I forget their names. Dom, is that her name? I see them come on my timeline, but I just, with my timeline on Instagram, I just scroll past people. Dom, I think her name was Dom Unique, right? And I don't remember. I remember Philip. I think the girl's name was Dom Unique, and Chandrika. So those are the only three that I remember. Those are the three that I can remember right now. Anybody else, I literally don't remember. But yeah. So yeah, congratulations to Kandi though. What I will say though, if it's Bravo that's bringing Kandi and the Game back, I have a lot of questions about that. I have questions because again, Kandi and the Gang came on what? It is on Hulu. It's on Peacock. But Kandi and the Gang season 1 that premiered last year, right? What was it? It was 22, right? I'm almost positive it was last year. Yeah, it was last year because it was after I started my job. Well, not after, but it was before I started working. All right, you guys. Sorry, my battery is about to die, so we're gonna have to go ahead and quickly wrap this on up. But yeah, congratulations. I was like, I wonder why Bravo brought it back if they canceled it. Neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and pause here and move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So the next story is, so I think I talked about this. I think I talked about this months ago. So you guys remember before the BET Awards happened? Yeah, I did talk about it. Maybe, maybe not. So you guys remember before the BET Award, that Sunday before the BET Awards, everybody was posting that Tyler Perry had, purchased BET, right? Now you guys do remember he was in he was going up with who was he with? He was working with, I forgot who all he was going into the negotiations with. Oh, Byron Allen and who else? It was him, Byron Allen, Diddy, all of them, right? So they were all going up to purchase BET, right? And so it came out this week that Tyler Perry actually did not buy BET because BET. So I think it said he was putting up $2 billion for it, but Paramount, who currently owns it, they wanted him to put up $3 billion. I was like, say what now? No shade to BET. You guys know we watch the BET Awards. You guys know we do Sisters and the Oval. But outside of those shows, what the fuck is on BET? BET is not what it once used to be back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and the 2010s, right? BET is not what it used to be. I can tell you, back when I was a teenager and a kid, BET used to be that girl, right? You used to come home from school. Actually, let's just go through the summer, right? You had access granted, right? You used to have Baldwin Hills, College Hill. You had, what else did you have? You had 106 in Park. You had Hits from the Streets. You had Cedar's World. You had Rap City Basement. You had BET Top 25 Countdown on Saturdays, right? Where different celebrities would come and give their favorite top 25 music videos, right? You had, oh my God, you had Spring Bling. You had, what else did you have? You had Rip the Runway. Like, you had so much stuff to watch in the early 2000s, late 90s, and now I can't give you anything from the early 90s because in the early 90s I was just a little bitty boy. But let's actually go. I'm just curious. BET programming. List of BET programs, you guys. See, currently, and here, look at here, you guys. This is what the current programming is for drama. Tales, The Oval, House of Vicious, right? Comedy, Sisters and Assisted Living. Docuseries, Black plus Iconic, America in Black. Like, there is nothing. There is nothing. Oh my God. But Being Mary Jane. Games people play. I love that show. Hey Moni. Let's Stay Together. I didn't watch that show. The Game. Watched that show. Zoe Ever After. Didn't watch that. Didn't watch Boomerang. Oh, they canceled 20s? Oh, I didn't know that. Comic View. How did I forget about Comic View? Uncut. Oh my God, you guys. Like, Keisha Cole, The Way It Is. Sunday's Best. Tiny and Toya. The Family Cruise. I did not get into that. The Michael Vick Project. I didn't really watch that one either. The Real Husbands of Hollywood. Just Kiki. Punk'd was on there. I did not remember that it was on there. Oh, there was a black version of Punk'd. You got Bobby Jones Gospel. Like, look at this. So much stuff. Video Link. BET Next. Access Granted. Uncut. Top 25. BET Countdown. I remember BET Countdown. BET Start. BET Now. BET After Dark. Oh my God, you guys. Did they do Black Girls Rock? I have not saw Black Girls Rock in so long. Does that still exist? I don't even know. But yeah, you guys, BET just it's not worth. Is I don't even think it's worth anything at this point. No shade to BET, but I just don't think that BET is literally worth anything currently. So if the negotiations fell through, I don't blame them for that. But hey, let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section, you guys. And we're gonna pause here and wrap up, you guys. All right, you guys. So in wrap up, you guys, let's say a bit of congratulations. So it has come out that Rihanna and ASAP Rocky have welcomed a baby girl into the world, and I have really been after last week when I talked about the fact that Sierra had her baby. I was wondering when the hell is Rihanna due? Yeah, but yeah, I've been wondering if especially after me talking last week about Sierra. I have been wondering, Rihanna should be due any day now, right? Because that was February when we last saw her. And she looked pretty good and full at that point, too, right? But it's been reported Rihanna's welcomed the baby girl. However, she and ASAP Rocky haven't yet confirmed the news, right? On publication, Media Takeout reported August 9th that Rihanna and ASAP have child, not Media Takeout. We can take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, you guys, that's really all I got. Let me know what you guys thought about these topics that we've discussed this week in the comment section below. You guys subscribe to the channel. You guys know I try to do this we do this every week. I try to do this the same time, same place, but not the same time. I definitely try. We're gonna get better at it, right? We're gonna get better at it. But you guys will see this. You guys are gonna see this on Saturday, unfortunately. But yeah, you guys, as always, please stay safe out there. Please take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed, and I will see you guys later, you guys. Bye.